How would you like to walk with me through a service call? If you would, stick around. It's Saturday, out running service. Here's my thermostat. It's usually the starting place for me. Take a peek at that thermostat. We got here, cool on. See if our fan responds. Nothing here. That's usually what happens when there's no power to my thermostat, because the float switch is stripped. Yeah, just the batteries are actually making for the display there. Let me take that out. Voila, we have no power. Now we should have power because we have common 24 volts in red. That's how we wire all our thermostats here in Florida, pretty much. Take me and my little go bag. Oh, there it is. And probably got a drain. It's dry. We'll see what we find here. Take a look at this breaker. Oh, we do have a breaker and it's off. It's not tripped, so if it was tripped, it would be in the middle point, about right here. That was manually shut off. Now this home has a proximity manager that may have already stopped by here, but let's go find out if that brought our power back on. And look, a disconnect. Where's this at? That's in. That's good. Ho ho ho, still blank, huh? Okay. It's time to open some panels and find out what the heck's going on. It's not a drain. I'm so happy. It's not a drain. This could get interesting. Don't mind the hair. I need a haircut, and I know this. And I got home last night at what, like 2 a.m.? I don't want to hear about my hair from anybody. First things first, visual inspection. Wire connections, fuse, low voltage fuse. The fuse is good. So that's not the answer to our problems. Let's see our wire connections in here. The switch. Just a quick visual check. That's where I start. Then I grab my meter. Do we have high voltage? I really don't want to open those wire nuts yet. So I'm just going to see where's the first spot that my incoming power goes to and check for 240 there. All right, what do we got here? 0 volts. Well, look at that. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see what we got to ground. 0 and 120. Interesting. We got power on one leg. Comes down on the bottom. All right, which is also this one. So I should have 240 from the two outside legs. Well, let's go back to that breaker. When you have power on one leg on a 240 volt circuit, it's pretty fair to assume that you have a breaker failure. It's just the most common. And you can take this panel off to check. First thing I'm gonna do is turn off the breakers and just reset them. Because sometimes when I found a breaker off and I turn it on, it doesn't actually fully reset. One leg will get stuck. So just to eliminate that possibility, I'll do that first before I start going crazy and opening up panels and getting lost in diagnostic. Let's see what we got. Do we have 240? Nope, still don't. Same story. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 240. Right here at the disconnect, I got 240. So I don't need to open that breaker panel. Somewhere between there and right here, I have lost one leg of power. So I'm feeling highly suspicious of these connections right here because human error. It's too easy for people to make mistakes. This unit looks young, it was freshly installed. It also looks like there wasn't a lot of care put into the electrical connections. We're gonna open these wire nuts up. Now, as you can see, I've already removed power. All right, so I got 0 volts on that leg and to ground on that leg, 0 volts. So a safety check is a check to ground. Okay, those two definitely look pretty tight, clean. I don't see my problem there. I'm gonna have to, honestly, I'm not really seeing my problem right now. So I got my 2 wires out here in the open where I can test them without touching any metal or shocking. So I'm gonna go ahead and put voltage back onto the disconnect. And then check my wires. And this will eliminate the possibility that between here, going up, down the wall, into the attic, that I've lost voltage. All right, what do I got? 240. Might have already seen this in the video, but I think there's a chance that after I reset the breaker, I came back to a disconnected disconnect, and I never actually plugged in that disconnect when I went back to check if I had 240 after resetting my breaker the second time. I get the feeling that that's what I did. So actually resetting my breaker gave me 240, but I didn't actually put the disconnect back in after I reset the breaker that second time. You guys can be very distracting. This is what happens on a Saturday when you get in your own head a little bit. So let's go ahead and take care of this right now. Kill power. You're gonna have to look back through the video and see if that's a mistake I actually made, or if maybe my wire nut connections weren't actually touching metal to metal. They really look like they were, so forget that possibility. Let's just face it, I might have made a mistake. No, still don't got it. What am I missing? What really, really obvious thing right in front of my face am I missing? Check 240 again. Let's do it across the transformer with the disconnect actually in 240. All right, we're getting somewhere. So resetting that breaker gave us high voltage, but now we don't have low voltage. So we need to find out, well, at least not to our thermostat, we think. So now we need to find out why. First of all, let's check for voltage here. So this is after the float switch, and then red going to the defrost board outside, and red going to the thermostat inside. Okay, 27 volts. So we should have voltage going to our thermostat from red here to blue, common, and we should be getting a display over there. So let's go find out if we got voltage. Oh, anybody see a problem with the coloring here? We had 24 volts between red and blue in the air handler. We do not have blue out here. I could put in batteries and this thermostat would work. Clearly black is our common from the thermostat. Back to the air handler and hook black up as common to our thermostat instead of blue. All right, give me a little go back. What do we got? Pulled the disconnect. All right, so I don't want to hear any squawking about me and disconnects anymore, all right? I'm not a failure. Now, some people who are like a little bit more OCD than me are gonna be really bothered by the fact that I'm leaving the blue common tied in with the wire nut. But I totally am. I'm leaving the blue that's not being used hooked in. And why? Why am I doing this? It's really none of your business. But if you're worried about it, just understand that common is actually tied in with ground. Here's back to here, so I'm not really worried about blue. The kind of pressure I get from you guys doing it right. I mean, what does Brian say? Well, maybe you won't make a good video, but at least you'll have to do it right because you're being filmed. It's really not. It's Saturday, okay? I mean, good grief, cut me some slack. All right, that blue is no longer a part of our lives. And this is our new blue. There, are you happy now? The amount of problems I created for myself. Taking batteries out, not fully resetting the breaker, leaving a disconnect out. I don't know the story here, but I'm getting the feeling that property manager came by and just turned off the breaker. And when I reset it, only one leg reset, right? So now I'm chasing a wild goose. Then I make matters worse by checking 240 at the air handler with a pulled disconnect. Doesn't get worse than that. Looks like we're in our time delay. We got a display now. Yay! Oh, it's moving. So, an interesting turn of events. It only took a half second to realize that, we are running in heat instead of cool. Should be getting a call for cool. and we're running in heat. I think we found our problem. This thing was running in heat when they tried to put it in cool. Somebody turned off the breaker. It's all coming together. Breaker was shut off because of that. You can see here, we're in cool, but I bet somebody messed with the programming of this. So let's find out. Now these I got memorized. Let me go into the installer settings, and there's our problem right there. Back to 0, which is factory default to a furnace, not a heat pump. This piece of equipment is a heat pump. So I got these memorized. 5 is a single stage cooling, double stage heating, which the double stage is the heat pump as primary and auxiliary as backup. 2, 0 is our heat pump is energized and cooling. 1, it drops the call on O, orange wire, for cooling. This is the type of backup heating that we have. If it's electric, which it is, we'll put it on 9. And that will allow the thermostat to control the blower call and heat. Time delay, 5. Somebody was messing with this. Here we go. Okay, so I think we actually got it. That was fun. That was quite the ride. I'm gonna call the manager now and find out if somebody turned off the breaker because it was blowing heat. But I think that's exactly what happened. I think this is now settled. Lesson learned, pay attention to what you might be doing to affect your diagnostic process. And don't try to film yourself every time. That's not really a lesson. Keep in mind when you're going through your diagnostic, something you might have just done can change what you're seeing. And so a lot of new techs get lost inside their own diagnostic because they're changing things throughout the process, which is generating more repercussions. A really good tech like me very quickly realizes, oh, that was me. I did that. And I have the humility to face that, and admit it to the whole world. Good talk. Hey, I did find that Common was hooked up incorrectly to the thermostat, so that's a big win too. Fun? Good times? Don't be like this installer. Just don't be like that. And have fun with your go bag. Thanks for joining my ride and possibly, very possibly, distracting me to the point of crazy, stupid ridiculousness. But it was great just to have you here. Wait a minute, hold that thought.